Is there really a difference between generic and name brand? So today our challenge is going to be to find a name brand product of everything we're testing. I should be quite good at this since I've done a lot of tests before. So with that, let's get started. We'll try the one on the right here first. Okay, obviously it's quite a lot lighter than this one, but tastes like Coke to me. Let's try this one. Okay, also tastes like Coke. They do taste very similar, but one tastes more like Coke than the other one. I've got to say I'm leaning to this side here. Yeah, this one tastes like Coke, but more like a melted ice lolly version of Coke. Just to show you what I mean about the color, you can see that that one looks a lot lighter than that. Look how dark that is. Going for a final taste before we make our decision. I think this is quite a good starting one, sort of calibrate our senses a little bit. So name brand versus generic Coke in 3, 2, 1, and I think that is the name brand one. I think just because the color and it tastes a bit sweeter and just more sort of original Coke flavor tasting, if that makes sense. So moving on to our next round, we've got chips or crisps as they're known in the UK. So one of these is obviously Doritos and the other's just generic tortilla chips. There's the difference between the two, so you can make your guess now. They look quite similar. There's sort of similar sort of characteristics about them. This one seems to have a little bit more seasoning and it's slightly more orange than this one. So that being said, let's start with this one. So we've got the tortilla chip here, or Dorito. Not bad. Let's try this one. So it's really strange because they're both cheese flavored, but this one has a sort of slightly different cheese flavor. It's hard to sort of pin down. Almost slightly more artificial tasting. These ones seem much more uniform in shape. There's much more irregularities here, and it has much darker spots on the actual corn chip. Yeah, this one smells a lot cheesier, and the actual chip tastes slightly different too. So it's time to make our guess. Obviously, we've tried these both now. It's not a super easy job here, but I am kind of leaning towards what I expect from the Dorito and from the tortilla chip, what I kind of understand them both to be. So with that being said, I'm leaning towards this side as the name brand and this side as our generic. So for this round, we've got ring donuts. So obviously they look quite different. You can see straight away. That being said, one of these is glazed, the other one is not. So I think that might be a bit of a giveaway, but let's jump into this anyway. So we'll start with this one here. Very fluffy. Tastes like a donut. Let's try this one. A bit fluffier, actually. Yeah, this one on the right here is slightly more denser than the one on the left, but they both go down pretty easy. Obviously, we need to make our decision, which one is the name brand one and which one is generic. And I think it's fairly easy on this. Obviously, I think this is going to be the name brand one here, just because the flavor actually was slightly nicer than this, and overall bake on that was slightly better, but they both are pretty good. So we'll try some more stuff next time. But yeah, very cool.